All right, it's time for some heat racing. Heat number 1 is going to be Brendan Timon and Chad Biesinger. Heat number 2 will be Byron Bartlett and row number 2, Andrew Thornton and Byron Bartlett. Edmund Jones and Bradley Bitts on the 3rd row. Jesse Hoke, Terry Duguay on the 4th row. Joseph Smith, Dustin Monberquette on the 5th row. Kyle Gammon rounding out the field. Edmund Jones has a list of excuses on the dash just in case. As always, if you have a favorite driver in the field, drop their name in chat. Let them and us know you are cheering them on. Drop it in the comments and we will say hello. Jesse Hoke and Dustin Monberquette did not grid as the drivers roll off for their pace laps. I have driven these cars around this track. It's a bit of a handful. It's fun, but it's a bit of a handful. All right, one more time around. They'll go green. Pace car will drop off at the entry to turn 3. And all the craziness will begin. There goes the pace car. Brendan Timon, Chad Biesinger are going to lead them through turn 3. Waiting on the green flag. Looks like Brendan wanting to get going. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. Into turn 1, side by side, all the way through the field. And oh! Chad Biesinger loses it in the middle of turn 2. Brendan Timon is collected. Let's see if we can get a quick look at that. Biesinger just gets loose off of turn 1. Guys checking up, but several drivers are collected in that. Andrew Thornton now involved in an incident as well. And coming out of turn 3, just has the back end snap around on him. Byron Bartlett has the lead right now. Joseph Smith is now up to 2nd. And Kyle Gammon, who didn't get a qualifying lap in, is making a move for 2nd place. And he clears them through turn 1, down through turn number 2. Plus, there's a battle going on back behind Edmund Jones and Terry Duguay. Terry Duguay taking 4th. Edmund Jones holding on to 5th. And Byron Bartlett has checked out. He might be one to watch. He drove through the chaos on lap 1 and has now pulled a 1.4 second lead over 2nd place Kyle Gammon. Kyle trying to run him down, but only 3 laps to go. Will he have time? Joseph Smith in 3rd now has Terry Duguay and Edmund Jones all over the back bumper. Byron's going to get 2 to go, but Kyle Gammon is closed into less than a second. Kyle really sending it around here. 0.6 of a second is the gap now. I don't know how Kyle is doing it, but he is closing that gap extremely quickly. The white flag is in the air. Can Kyle get to him here? Down through turn 3. Byron looks like he is going to pull it off here. It is close. Kyle really sent it off turn 3. But Byron Bartlett wins heat number 1. Gammon finishes 2nd. Smith 3rd. Jones 4th. Terry Duguay 5th. Bradley Bitt 6th. Brendan Timon in 7th, and Andrew Thornton in 8th. Heat number 2. Preston DeMello and Art Milne on the front row, Sean Conklin and Ricky Wentworth on the second row, Rusty Modesty, Ryan Bean on the third row, Perry Gammon, Ed Jones Sr. on the fourth row, and Jody Hoke and Austin Edwards rounding out the top 10. Race control being scored in 11th. And Austin Edwards won't be taken to the track either. Those two are just the race control for tonight. Good to have both of them aboard. Preston, just waiting on Preston DeMello to grid, I do believe. He is not taken to the grid, and he is starting in first for this heat. Could be problematic to advance. I believe there was 24 cars. Looks like Sean Conklin's going to get to pull up a row. Preston DeMello does not grid. All right, pace car will lead him around one more time. Down through turn 2 of the tiny triangle. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away, and Art Milne looks like that outside row had trouble getting started. Rusty Modesty on the bottom. He got by, but now the front two spin. And several cars just managed to sneak by unharmed. Let's look at Rusty Modesty. Sean Conklin spun right in front of him. It was almost tandem drifting. There you go. Rusty and Sean just go around out of turn 1, pushing those cars to their absolute limits. Now Perry Gammon and Ryan Bean battling for the lead. Art Milne back in third. Ricky Wentworth in fourth. Jody Hoke currently running in fifth, but Ryan Bean has taken the lead and is pulling away. Art Milne starting to pick up some momentum. And it looks like there might have been some other... There's a car spun out. That was Sean Conklin. And the car, you saw him trying to adjust. It started to snap loose on him. He tried to adjust, couldn't get it done. It looks like Jody Hoke was also involved in an incident just before that. Oh, this feature is going to be an epic, epic race. Down through turn number 3, just a little drift. Talked about it earlier. It's a triangle. You can't set up for all 3 turns. You have to make a sacrifice somewhere and make an adjustment somewhere. Ryan Bean is going to get the white flag this time, as he has opened up a 1.5 second lead over Perry Gammon. Art Milne in third, Ricky Wentworth in fourth, Ed Jones in fifth. Here comes Ryan Bean. Out of turn number 3, Ryan Bean is going to win heat number 2. Perry Gammon comes home second, Art Milne comes home third, And Ryan really sent it into the corner. Ricky Wentworth 4th, Ed Jones 5th, Jody Hoke is 6th, Preston DeMello is 7th. So the Gammons are apparently numbered. Good to know. All right. Heat number 3 is going to be Bradley Bitts and Jody Hoke on the front row. Brendan Timon and Preston DeMello. Wait a minute. Oh, this is the consolation race. Sorry, that's why everybody's back in here. Bradley Bitts and Jody Hoke on the front row. Brendan Timon, Preston DeMello on the second row. Andrew Thornton, Sean Conklin on the third row. Chad Biesinger, Rusty Modesty on the fourth row. Jesse Hoke in ninth. And it looks like Dustin Monberquette, if he grids, will move up to 10th. It's Monday. Oh, I got it. Both Gammons did finish second. Thank you. So we can expect at least one Gammon to finish in second place in the feature. There's no Gammons in this field, though. All right, pacing around here. Couple laps, you see a lot of drivers trying to put some heat in those tires. If they checked out our YouTube channel, they might find a better way to warm their tires. There might be a really good video on how to get tire temps up a little bit better, a little bit more evenly. You could find the link to that YouTube channel at htsai.net. So there's some helpful information for you tonight. Oh, it looks like pace car is in. Through turn what? They're already wrecking on the... Oh my gosh! We have a wreck before the green flag. What in the world just happened? Caution. They are not throwing the green. Jody Hoke and Bradley Bitts get together. Looks like they were leaning on each other and just get together right in front. How nobody else got caught in that is beyond me. There is something you do not see every day. Okay, wow. So, yeah, I really have no words for what just happened. Jody Hoke is on pit road. Bradley Bitts looks like he has made it back to the front. And it looks like the pace car is going to take him around one more time. Laps are counting down because they had to throw a caution. All right, it looks like the pace car will drop in this time. Yes, he will. So now we'll get some green flag racing. A little bit shortened consolation race here. All right, pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. This time the outside line gets the run into turn one. Preston DeMello has taken the lead. Sean Conklin in second. Bradley Bitts there in third. Oh, we've got cars crashing. Brendan Timon has buried it Let's see if we can get a shot of what happened to Timon. Gets loose coming off of turn 2 and comes right down into that barrier. What a strange turn of events tonight it's been. Preston DeMello, though, has benefited from all the chaos. He's got the lead over Conklin. Bradley Bitts has fallen to third after starting up front. Rusty Modesty currently running in fourth, trying to battle his way forward with Andrew Thornton. Chad Biesinger back there as well. And you see these guys are all running multiple different lines. Thornton's got to run into one. Can't make anything happen yet. Back up front, Conklin and Bitts are battling for second place and trying to catch up to the leader. Rusty Modesty leading that small pack around, holding everybody off for the moment. DeMello managing to maintain a 0.6 of a second lead. But it looks like Conklin and Bradley Bitts have found a little bit of speed. They're starting to gain. And Bitts down on the bottom going for second. 5 to go. Oh, wow. Conklin was way up by the wall, trying to get as much runoff as he can without getting into the wall. And now it's going to be Bradley Bitts to second place, but the fastest lap of the race so far was run by Biesinger just a moment ago. And he still can't. Oh, we've got a car around. It's Sean Conklin. Let's see what happened to Conklin. Oh, he caught the apron going into turn 1, pushed a little too hard, got into the wall that time. Andrew Thornton got very close to hitting him there coming out of turn 1. DeMello gets 2 to go. Bradley Bitts in second, just ran the fastest lap of the race, but he is still 3/4 of a second back. Rusty Modesty has made it up to third, Biesinger up to fourth, and Thornton now in fifth as DeMello takes the checkered flag out of turn 3. Bradley Bitts had closed into half a second, but not enough. He takes second, Modesty in third. The cone car is out on track and trying to put out a smoke screen for you. Oh! Preston DeMello winning the consolation event. What was definitely an event. All right, warm-up time. They'll have 3 minutes to warm up. Let's see if we can get a word with our race admins about the start of that event. Hey guys,
to survive, please do it.
Hey guys, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
We got you, Doug.
Yeah.
I have to ask, what in the world happened at the start of that consolation race?
I don't know, Doug. I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I need to know. I'm just trying to explain to these drivers here in the warm-up that they have every right to go out there and pace side by side and practice that for the race if they have to. I just want them to get some green flag laps in, but they are keeping us on our toes up here in the tower, that's for sure.
They definitely are, and you did give us a bit of a show there post-race.
Yeah, I had to have a little bit of fun. That cone car's got to be worked quite a bit for the Tour Mod race. I know it's going to be a little bit chaotic in there too, so got to get the tires worked in, engine broke in, we're going to renew one of these every single weekend since these guys like to send it over the fence at the end of the race, so we're all set to go.
All right, well, you guys, good luck to you guys tonight. I have a feeling you're going to need it.
Yeah, thank you, Doug.
Race control, got to give a shout out to Austin Edwards Setup Shop, and Christopher Johnson. Both of these guys are very, very awesome race control. They do a great job in the cone car as well. And races like this, you really, really see the need for having race control in place, especially after the start of that B main. And these guys, they do a great job week in, week out, 3 races a week. So huge shout out to our race control. And a huge shout out to the new league sponsor, JR Graphics and Designs. Go check them out on Facebook. A huge shout out for them to come. Huge shout out to them for coming on board and helping out. Looking forward to seeing some paints from them in the near future. And as always, thanks to Edwards Setup Shop for providing all the setups and helping sponsor the league. And AMT Racing Cinematography, huge shout out to them as well. Go check out all of these sponsors on Facebook. Definitely, if you can utilize them for something, please do. It helps support these leagues. Any league you like watching, if you like watching the broadcast too, go check their sponsors out. Help support them. Keep those leagues broadcasted and keep them going. All right, it's time for the race. Byron Bartlett and Brandon Lively have the front row. Jed Cotterman and Trevor Hoke have the second row. Jace Mungin, Michael Crafton on the third row. Ryan Bean, Kyle Gammon on the fourth row. Perry Gammon and Joseph Smith rounding out the top 10. Art Milne and Edmund Jones 11th and 12th. 13th is Ricky Wentworth. Terry Duguay is 14th. Ed Jones is 15th. Preston DeMello 16th. Bradley Bitts is 17th. Rusty Modesty is 18th. Chad Biesinger 19th. And Andrew Thornton squeaking in 20th. Worth noting that Andrew Thornton and Joseph Smith both tried off-road go-kart racing in an on-road cart this weekend. Both of them are extremely sore, so they have probably a better racing excuse than Edmund Jones does tonight. Sorry, Edmund. Pace car's going to lead him around one more time. Then we'll go green flag racing and hope to see a lot of green flag racing. Race control going to be watching this one closely. And hopefully we don't have another issue on the way to green this time. I don't think we will, but you never know. And we've seen situations all night tonight. One lane just does not get going and gives a huge advantage to the other. Neither lane has shown an advantage on a restart here tonight. So could be a little interesting. Pace car is in. Down through turn 3 they go. As they come out of turn 3, the green flag will drop. Barney the flagman in the stand waves the green flag. We are underway. And it's a drag race into turn 1. Everybody makes it through, but we saw a lot of guys on cold tires struggle on the first lap. They're 3 wide towards the back. There's several instances of 3 wide in the middle of the field as cars start trying to make their way forward. There's a wreck out of turn 3, caution. Looks like Perry Gammon is involved. The 198 has to check up a little bit just to be safe. Right behind him, there's more caution as Biesinger and Ed Jones get together. Ed Jones up on the top, and oh! We had one car just going around as everybody started to check up, collected to Biesinger. That brings us under the first caution. Race control will keep the pace laps as short as possible. As they pace around this half-mile track. Once we go green, we might hop in, check the in-car camera from one of the cars about mid-pack as they go duking it out here, as things do get very crazy very quickly. Despite the small size of these cars and the very small engine, it's only like 125 horse. But man, they go fast, they maneuver really well. It's exciting to run in them and extremely exciting to watch, as we've kind of seen all night. Pace car is in. Brandon Lively, Byron Bartlett going to lead them down. Out of turn 3, green flag in the air, they are away. Brandon gets a good jump into turn 1. And look at this back behind. They settle into 2 wide. Let's hop inside the car with Rusty. That is Rusty Modesty's car as he comes down through turn 3. Got to be careful getting on the throttle not to lose the back end. Up into turn 1. 14 degrees of banking and a little tighter radius than turn 3. Carry as much speed as possible through turn 2. Slow it down into turn 3. And there's smoke ahead. There's a car spinning. Caution. Looks like Jed Cotterman went around. There's Jed in the 18. Drove it in just a little too deep, and back end snaps loose on you. Looked like he was going to save it there for a second. Brandon Lively still in the lead, but Kyle Gammon has made his way up to second after starting in 8th. And there was a prediction from Kyle that one of the Gammons would finish in second. They finished second in their heats, so yeah. Both heats had a second place Gammon. All right, they should get the 1 to green this time by. There's Jace Mungen in 3rd. Trevor Hoke is 4th, and Ryan Bean currently running in 5th. Byron Bartlett, Preston DeMello, Edmund Jones, Terry DeGay, and Rusty Modesty rounding out the top 10. A little surprised to see Biesinger so far back. He has been up in the top every week so far. And you know what? Let's take the first lap inside the car with Chad Biesinger, as he is back in 18th place. It ought to be a great show. You can see it from the driver's perspective here as they go down through turn 3. Green flag is back in the air. Biesinger getting a good run out of 3 already. Now look at that. They're already looking to make it 3 wide through turn 1. And you see just how little vision you have out of these cars. Back down through turn 3, multiple different lines being used. I noticed in practice some guys testing every possible line all the way around the track. Back up front, Brandon Lively has the lead. Trevor Hoke, and oh my goodness, Kyle Gammon got sent around caution. Looks like they just touched. Kyle almost saves it. Everybody manages to get by cleanly, but Kyle loses a ton of track position. And Kyle was running up in second on the restart. Jed Cotterman has come to pit road. No surprise at all to see Jace Mungen now up in second place. Preston DeMello is the biggest mover so far. He started in 16th. He's now up to 6th. Andrew Thornton also on a mission. Started in 20th, up to 11. Brandon Lively, though, since he has taken the lead, has been impossible to get past. Jed Cotterman coming up off pit road. Looks like he will maintain the lead lap. Should get one to green as they get to the start-finish line this time. And looking at the racing of these little cars here, you can imagine what the tour mods are going to be like when they get here right after this. Chris Standridge dropping in, cheering on Chad Biesinger. Good evening, Chris. We'll see you Wednesday night. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. Lively is down and away. Off into turn one, and you see guys already, look at that, at the back of the field. They're doing everything they can to move forward. And it looks like Jace has got a run. He's going to take it in turn 3, and he takes the lead. Lively's not done with him yet, and there's several battles going on in the middle of the pack as well. Caution! Big wreck out of turn 1. Andrew Thornton goes around. And it looks like Andrew might have just gotten in a little bit deep. A lot of drivers having to suddenly check up, but great save by everybody not being involved. Great driving by everybody involved in that one. Jace Mungen taking the lead. It's the first time that Brandon Lively has not been leading in this race. Brandon taking the lead almost the very first lap and didn't relinquish it until Jace got to him. Jace has been a force to be reckoned with all season long. Also, just noticed Kendrick Cryer not here tonight. Kendrick has been coming on extremely strong. 2 races into this season, he has a second place. He's only been in, I should say, for 2 races. A second place and a win in his first 2 races. So look for him to be a driver to watch the remainder of the season and going into next season. Looks like we're getting the 1 to green this time. Just over halfway. If you haven't already, drop into the comments section. Tell us who you're cheering for. Lights are out on the pace car. He'll drop off and take the long pit road. Meanwhile, the drivers send it into turn 3. Getting ready to go full send out of the corner. Green flag in the air. They're down and away. And Lively does not get a great restart this time. Mid-pack, everybody keeps it too wide this time. Most of it, every lap, every restart so far, they've tried to make it, and usually have been 3 wide through turn 1, but this time around, they're taking it easy. Jace Mungin has a bit of a gap on Lively now. Trevor Hope, there's a big crash out of turn 1. Looks like Byron Bartlett involved. Byron sends it deep in there into, no. The 28 was sending it in under Byron. I don't know how all those guys missed him. It looked like one of them might have actually clipped him, but it looked like the 28 tried to drive up underneath of him, just didn't have the room. Preston DeMello, he's been trying to work his way back forward. He's been extremely fast here tonight. Now he'll have to drop to the end, I believe, due to being involved. Race Control really has their hands full tonight. Now we've seen Jace Mungin, once he gets some green flag laps this season, we have seen him check out from the field. Will he be able to do it again here tonight? Worth noting that the highest I-rated driver in the field is the 6th place car of Michael Crafton. So when these guys, when this top 5 is that much faster than a guy like that, you know these guys are some of the best. Pace car is in. Out of turn 3 they go. Green flag in the air. Jace gets another good start. Brandon struggling again, and Trevor Hoke sticking the nose in. They're going to try and make it 3 wide back behind as the 51 of Edmund Jones tries to make his way forward. There's a battle going on, though, for 2nd place as Trevor and Brandon caution. Couple of good battles going on here. Oh, look at that spin. Let's see what happened, because I believe that this started with Andrew Thornton. Looked like Andrew tried to get on the gas and just went around, and other cars got caught. And Art Milne ran out of track there as he came through turn 1. These cars don't exactly have the biggest or grippiest tires. It's almost like driving a go-kart at times. Andrew Thornton has come to pit road. He is on his way back out. He will stay on the lead lap. Looks like he just came down for repairs. Yes, indeed. Lights are out on the pace car. They will stack back up for the restart. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. Off into turn number 1 they go again. Everybody gets a clean restart this time. Look at that. They are getting dicey, swapping places just every single inch of the track. Guys are really fighting off at turn 3. Seeing a lot of guys get really loose. The 18 of Jed Cotterman starting to make a comeback. Wow, big one in turn 2. Edmund Jones gets yeeted out of the track. There's Edmund Jones. A little bit of bang there, and everybody goes. There's cars flipping all over the track. Edmund Jones ends up on the bottom. Kyle Gammon gets caught in that. Looks like Kyle might have just gotten clipped, and it turned him to the right. Let's see if we can... Let's hop in Kyle's car again from the cockpit and just see if we can... He drifts up. Oh, yeah, he got a little clip as the car got to the high side and over and under, tumble and wreck. Oops. So Jace Mungin has the lead. Trevor Hope currently in second. Michael Crafton now up to third. Brandon Lively is fourth. Rusty Modesty up to fifth. Rusty being the biggest mover at this point. Started in 18th. He's up to sixth. Seventh is Perry Gammon. Jed Cotterman in eighth. Joseph Smith ninth. And Terry Duguay in 10th. As they stack back up for a green-white checker. And if we thought the other starts were chaotic, I'm thinking this one's going to be even more so. Pace car is in. Take a deep breath, folks. This one's about to get wild. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. Jace gets an epic restart. And now the battle is on behind him for second. Side by side for third right now. Trevor Hoke up on the high side trying to make something happen. Oh, it's getting really oh my goodness. Brandon Lively snaps loose. He goes backwards. There's a big wreck on the front straightaway. Jace Mungin just has to make it around, but he's going to have to navigate through a bunch of wrecked cars on the front stretch. And here comes Michael Crafton. Doesn't have enough at the line. It is Jace Mungin. Michael Crafton is second, and Ryan Bean finishes third. Let's take a quick look at what happened on the front straightaway on that last lap. There's Perry Gammon. And there you see Brandon Lively just snaps loose. Several cars collected, several cars clipped. But, all right, let's see if we can talk to the top three. Hey, Ryan, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Hey, man. That was a great race and obviously a great comeback for you. You had some struggles there early, but managed to hold on and get up to a third.
Yeah, the setup really was coming alive in the long run. It just, we couldn't get the long run with everybody wrecking, but I started learning the track, learning the car a little bit, and then we were alive. But I know that those two in front of me were really fast all session, so I'm happy with third.
It was definitely a situation where longer green flag runs might have helped a lot of drivers, but after that we saw a lot of guys really struggling off of turn 3, and you always have to at a track like this, you always have to balance and give up something somewhere. It just seemed like you did not have a lot of places you were giving up time.
Yeah, we kind of geared it a little low, so that way, you know, you're not really spinning the rear tires as much. So every turn was pretty simple. You just had to hit your marks and just kind of slow in, fast out. And I don't know how we got third, but we'll take it.
All right, man. Congratulations. Great run.
Thank you.
All right. Second place was Michael Crafton. Hey, Michael, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, how did you need one more lap? Because that last lap was the fastest lap of the race, and you came flying up on Jace there at the end.
Yeah, that's all I needed. I just needed some green flag laps. Yeah, if I had one more lap, I definitely would have had a better shot at it. But good win to him. Good job. Thanks for y'all putting this on and stuff. I mean, it was a good race. Just wish we could have got some more laps. But yeah, it was fun.
Well, man, congratulations. That was a heck of a run and a heck of a finish there.
Thank you. We'll see if we could get him in the modified race.
Yeah, that ought to be awesome. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, let me see if I can find our winner. Hey, Jace, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, heck of a run tonight, man. You were one of the few cars that could get up there and started to pull away just a little bit.
Yeah, we definitely had a probably second place car, but we just were fortunate enough that we got a big enough gap that Crafton could reel us in time.
Yeah, he was definitely coming on the fastest lap of the race. He ran the second to last lap, gaining on you. So I mean, it got a little bit close there, but you were definitely going to be hard to pass anywhere. And I did ask a couple of them. On a track like this or like Pocono, you always have to give up a little something somewhere to make the other two turns work right. It just didn't seem like the top three cars, you guys didn't seem like you were giving up anything anywhere.
Nah, definitely the fastest three. We had very good setups compared to we were split apart from the field pretty much, and yeah, it showed.
Well, man, that was one heck of a run. Congratulations on this isn't your first win of the season by any means, but congratulations on your continued success. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season goes.
Yep, thank you.
All right, you know what? Hang on. Let's have a little bit of fun before we switch over to the mods. Hey, Edmund, this is Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, so you finished 19th, and I know you were preparing for this. Use the excuses.
What excuses now?
Well, you did have a few prepared in pre-race, so I just thought I'd give you the opportunity to use them, you know.
Excuses. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it is what it is tonight. You know, it was fun. I had a lot of fun running up there with guys that I honestly should not be running with. And, you know, it was just a racing deal. No excuses. I'll come back in the tour mod.
All right, man. Good luck, buddy.
All right, thanks, Doug.
Yeah. All right, stick around. We'll be back with the tour mods in just a moment, which I promise more power, more grip, and probably some really epic racing. But realistically, can they get tour mods 3 wide here? Yes. Should they? Probably not. But hey, they're going to go for it. We want to see it. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.